Okay, we ready?
Well, good morning. I hope you're doing well. We are back in Guild Wars 2, and we're on with Medrielle. And I'm recording this on Tuesday, October 28th, the day that the newest expansion releases. And of course, we do have it. So we're going to go over here to Story Journal and Visions of Eternity. And we can go ahead and begin the story. Now, Miss Medrielle has been working on the main story. We're at Victory or Death. We're actually getting, I think we're getting pretty close to the end of that. And in fact, I think at this point I have everything except Living World Season 3 and 4. I think I have 1 and 2. You know what? I better double check. Season 1, yep. Season 2, yep. So, I finally have everything except those 2 things. Since I'm really interested in the new specs, the new elite specs, especially for Miss Medrielle and Miss Catalistia, we are, of course, going to begin Visions of Eternity story. And it looks like we just got mail from the Tyrian Alliance. And something else. What did we just get? Commander, hello. Royalty from the Dominion of Winds has taken a keen interest in recent developments within the Tyrian Alliance. They are very impressed by your heroics in Xanthir. Since I haven't even been there on Miss Medrielle, that's funny. As a gesture of good faith, an old friend of mine will be traveling to meet with you and other esteemed rangers from the Alliance. As a fellow wanderer of the wilds, I imagine you'll have much to bond over. You can find him in Lion's Arch. Your friend, Calidris. So, I guess we meet with Harrow in Lion's Arch. Okay. We'll try to avoid that section where they're doing the Simon Says with the Mad King. I made the mistake of just standing in there once, and I ended up getting turned into a glowing skeleton. That was fun. However, we're not here for festivities. If I even understood the Halloween festivities, I still don't quite understand them. Which is probably kind of pathetic. I should be able to figure out a festival, but I just have not been able to figure out Guild Wars 2's festivals, and I find them more frustrating than fun. I know, I probably should consider joining an actual guild or something that could teach me some of these things. But I haven't bothered. Kind of figure, like I said before, they don't want somebody who is only on once in a blue moon. Or once a week. They want somebody that's going to be on consistently. And they certainly don't want somebody who's not interested in doing most of the group content. So, knowing all that, well, that's how it goes. Got quite a few people here. Assuming where we want to go is... Oh, I can just... Well, I'm sitting here running around. Oh, which way? Well, not that way. There are a lot of people here, which means there are a lot of people excited about the new content. Hello. Oh, what are you? Interesting looking creature. Hi.
Yes, Commander. Look at you.
Pardon my candor. You are not what I imagine when I visualize a commander. Not those from the Dominion of Winds. Peril at your service. Calidris told me you had kind eyes, but I did not expect them to be so journeyed.
You'll need to give him my best. Now, how can I help you?
I am an archer of the royal house. We still contemplate our role in Tyrian politics, but there are many who wish to participate. I've come on behalf of Gavia, a great warrior from our people, to teach you the art of the Galeshot, to share our culture with you. Our soldiers are all adept archers, like myself. But the bows that we wield are different from what you may expect. Harnessing powerful squall magic that enchants our forests, we summon a bow spun from wind to guide our arrows. It may be tricky without a talon to draw your bow, but here, may I teach you more?
Absolutely. Read the mail. All right. So I'm wondering if each class is going to get their own introduction to the new expansion. I have some business I'd like to discuss with you. It involves the Captain's Council, so your discretion is appreciated. Mind meeting me near the Bay Dock in Lion's Arch? The sooner, the better. Hello, my avant-garde companion. Are you perhaps here to learn about the art of the Galeshot? I've come from the Dominion of Winds. The Tyrian Alliance is hosting my visit. You're from the Dominion of Winds. I'd love to learn more about your people. A curious mind. Galeshots are infamous archers of the great houses. We weave our bows from squalls as an act of diplomacy. I've traveled to share this craft. Maybe one day you can visit our great canopy to practice. Fascinating, thank you. Alright, so looks like we have to head. Where are we heading? Over this way. Was our closest, most convenient waypoint. Right here. Fort Mariner. And to celebrate the new expansion coming out, of course, as you saw, Miss Medrielle is wearing a new outfit, which I created from her armor collection. She's looking very lilac, very spring-like. Which, of course, makes perfect sense for Sylvari. Right here. Would I like to continue the story Prologue on the Sky? Absolutely, I would.
We just want to know where this cargo's headed. Maybe give us a little peek, yeah?
That's between me and me captain.
Magnus has claim on this port.
Magnus who? I don't see anyone.
You'd get along much better with folks on Laughing Gull. Lion's Arch is for sensible mariners.
Listen here.
Stand down, Kiango. Don't make me clean up your mess. This isn't Istat. I'd recommend you all find some work to do. Elsewhere.
You heard, Mum, yeah? Time to get back in line.
Scram. Or should I tell the Captain's Council that their underlings' loyalty is cheap? Ah, Commander. Guess you got Lawson's message. Sorry about this. They'll behave.
So I'm assuming we met this person before. Hello.
Saida, what are you doing here?
Bought myself a seat on the Captain's Council. Thought it was time I flexed my political artistry. Maybe make a coin or two?
They let you do that.
Well, technically Peter gave me his seat, and I replaced the Capricorn for him. A win-win. The boy needed some sea air.
But Nashblade has thoughts.
Taken care of. I convinced the council that we need a 9th seat again to accommodate Cantha's integration into the trade circuit. Nothing is official, but Nashblade will be the first name on the ballot. Rumors about a Canthan candidate too, some gang leader. But now I have a nose in all of Lion's Arch's business. It's seafaring business anyway. That's why Lawson called for you.
Should I be nervous?
Maybe. I witnessed some unscheduled departures while overseeing an Alliance trade. All of them were manned by Inquest. The ships joined with 3 other Inquest vessels to the south, and then the whole fleet departed shortly after. I don't trust those miscreants as far as I can throw them. Not after what we witnessed in the Isles.
So I should be nervous. That doesn't sound good.
Say, I need to wrap things up here. Canuck should be somewhere nearby. Can't keep track of that one. I'll catch up shortly.
Catch up with Canuck. Once again, I don't know who any of these characters are, but okay. I guess that's what happens when you do things out of order, especially when you're late to the party. Where is this Canuck? In here? Maybe. Ah. Here we go. Hello? What are you? I have not the first clue what you are. Okay. Hello.
I heard you were skulking nearby. Did you also buy a seat on the Captain's Council?
Darling, does this look like the face of a man with a day job? No. I purchased myself a ship. I named her Martingale. Her anchor is dark steel. Her deck is covered in the finest elderwood. Ah, the smell. There are a number of splendors to be had from a good vessel. The vacations, the gambling opportunities, the business ventures. Or were you looking for my take on the whole Inquest debacle? I just wanted some fresh air. Talk to Lawson for that business.
Big Lawson. Oh! Is he Sylvari? He is. He's Sylvari. And definitely not following the teachings of the Pale Tree, is he? This must be Lawson. Hello.
Welcome back to Lion's Arch, Commander. You all caught up then?
Good to see you, Lawson. Saida filled me in on the Inquest, and her new seat on the Captain's Council.
No one is more thrilled about the latter than Peter. As for the Inquest, never been a fan. Pretty crooked lot. I did some digging after Saida came to me. Found records of them purchasing several ships from citizens in Lion's Arch, which is already odd for such an armed organization. Not sure what they need traditional vessels for, but this isn't a group we want to see mobilized, not at this scale. And I don't care how much coin the city took in from those sales.
I should touch base with Councillor Ludo. She might know something.
Ah, I met that one once. Sharp bite.
Step away and call Ludo. Okay. Call Ludo.
Commander, not a call I would have hypothesized today.
Councillor, you wouldn't happen to know anything about the Inquest purchasing ships in Lion's Arch, would you? They've taken a whole fleet south, and they're now discussing it with a few captains from the Council.
Inquest purchasing ships. Those old, shriveled, bumbling... The budgeting committee is stingy, but funding's been atypically unforgiving. First, it was cuts to the colleges. Then little snips here and there. I wouldn't be surprised if someone was giving handouts to the Inquest. Alchemy. I have a few ideas. don't you meet me in Ratasum? A member of the Arcane Council shouldn't get her hands dirty, but you can.
I'll be there soon.
So, loop everybody in on what Ludo said.
Ludo wasn't aware. I'm headed to Radisum to help her look into this.
I'll join you. I can tell her what Lawson and I found. Kanak, watch the ships.
Oh. Ew.
Alright, so the prologue is complete.
How very satisfying.
How very satisfying is what she said. And what is our reward? Atoma Tyrian Mastery. Takes effect immediately upon receipt. Grants a large amount of Central Tyria Mastery experience. Okay. Sounds like the Inquest is up to something. And of course we're meeting a whole bunch of characters that supposedly we have already met, but I don't know a single one of them. Like I said, when you get late to the party and you want to catch up with the latest expansion, you end up missing a whole lot of stuff in between. Oh, hi, fancy. Okay, I have to admit, that one is nice.
Hey.
That one's neat. Yeah, that's pretty nifty. Okay. Enough nosing around. Where are we headed? Radisum, huh? Radisum is... see if I can remember. Yeah, way over here. This is kind of neat. Alright. Hero. Scheduled departures. Training. We do not have
Sharp blade, sharp mind.
enough points to trade for Galeshot yet. We only have 11 hero points, and it looks like we need 40 of them. And I tried. I do not know if I can refund the points I spent for in Druid to get started. Even then, I don't think it would be enough. So there's that. Yeah, everybody's doing this right now. Look at all the people standing here. Would you like to continue your story? Unscheduled departures. Yes, absolutely. Who are we talking to? Oh, here's Ludo. Hello.
I appreciate your efficiency, Commander, and friend of Commander.
Captain Saida of the Captain's Council. At your disposal.
The captain has some intel on our Inquest situation. You can trust her.
The more the merrier, as far as I'm concerned. What have you got?
I was tasked with observing the ley-infused jade filter trade between Cantha and Alona in Lion's Arch.
Right.
Early that morning, I witnessed 5 ships depart the bay. No record of where they were going. They were manned by Inquest. Joined a few other Inquest vessels a ways out. My tech tracked their signal before it was cut. Unfortunately, the trade vessels from Cantha and Alona arrived shortly after, so I had to pivot my attention.
Ah, excellent. Thank you for sharing, Captain. As I told the Commander, things have been odd around here as well. I suspect their funding is coming from somewhere else in Ratasum. If they're seabound, then perhaps we can learn more from the dock workers. The Inquest vessels would have boarded right here.
As good a place to start as any. Let's go.
Question dock workers and sailors for eyewitness accounts. Oh, this is going to be very interesting, I'm sure. Hello? I'm up to my ears in work. What do you need? Notice any suspicious activity? Perhaps from the Inquest?
Don't make a scene.
Well, that was one inquest. How many of these guys are going to be inquest? I swear, if one more Wuka tries to dock their vessel in a slip without the proper registration, I'll quit. Did any of these unregistered ships belong to the Inquest by chance?
My pocket is heavy enough.
So, nothing there. What about you? I don't have time for jibber jabber. Make it quick. Do you know what the Inquest were doing here recently?
Yeah, I'm too busy for any of this. Talk to the Inquest if you have any questions for them.
Alright. So you're not Inquest. What about you? I got a long list of repairs ahead of me. If you want yours done sooner, take it up with Pada. Actually, I was wondering if you've seen anything unusual around here lately.
Overseer's orders. Huh. Nothing personal.
Counselor just standing there doing nothing while we do all the work. Cute. Very cute. Have we talked to you yet? I don't have time for jibber jabber. Do you know what the Inquest was doing here recently?
I tried to play nice.
Oh, apparently there's a lot of Inquest here. The heck? They've like infiltrated Radisson. That's not good. Which means somebody on the council is also Inquest. Not good at all. No. Notice I'm up to my ears in work. I notice any suspicious activity, perhaps from the Inquest.
Careful now.
How convenient that everyone we've talked to happens to be Inquest. And we got a couple more. 3 more. Start with... Nah, we'll wait on that one. I'm up to my ears in work. Notice any suspicious activity, perhaps from the Inquest?
Sorry, I was on a repair assignment in another sector for the last month. Don't think I'm much help.
And you? Any unusual activity?
Things have been shady around here for sure. Someone stole my lunch 2 days in a row.
Okay. Kind of cute. I'm not trusting that robot over there. Fine day, isn't it? It feels good to be back at port again. Have you noticed anything unusual around here since you've been back?
I guess it's been a little quiet around here. Usually a lot more bickering.
Are we not done? No, we're still not done. Saljax? Welcome aboard. What can I do for you? Your eyes are kind of suspicious, dude. I'm looking for recent information on Inquest ships that have sailed from here.
Inquest are a real nasty bunch, that's for sure.
Okay.
Not especially concrete, but validating. I suppose we could head to the Port Authority database. Might need to use a little elbow grease, but if we can access the port's terminal, we can leverage their operations log. They should have information on all recent departure activity, along with the appropriate authorizations. We love paperwork in Radisson. The gates simply won't disengage unless you've submitted your paperwork.
Head up the stairs to the Port Authority record terminal.
Code access. Intruders.
Intruder? Ma'am, I am Arcane Council. You can stand down. Commander, you have my full permission to end this swiftly. I shouldn't engage.
That had to hurt.
Apparently the Inquest was expecting us.
Protected. I don't have it protected.
I think we need a better weapon for this new set of quests.
Protected.
Please say somebody else is helping fight this fight other than just me.
Not enough
protected.
Further confirmation that we're looking in the right place, I'd say.
Guess we follow Ludo now. So which member of the council...
Right. Let me enter my verification code. What? I have an A2 security clearance. Oh, someone must have manually blocked my identification. Ugh. We'll need a physical access card. Look around. Maybe one of the workers set those down.
Search for a level 2 security access. Now, why would...
Nope.
Why would her security code not work? Unless they know that she's nosing in on this information and... they want to stop it.
There we go.
Welcome to Port Authority Access Terminal. What can I assist you with? I'd like a list of every record recently accessed. I've compiled a list of all recently accessed files, starting with file 9B29018. I will summarize 9B29018. A new Inquest leader has been named, and Inquest productivity has increased. New leader, huh?
It's been an eventful year for the Inquest. It's sad that they're relevant at all these days. But their unorthodox approach to research still garners support in Ratasum. Some, at least.
Welcome to Port Authority Access Terminal. What can I assist you with? Can you summarize the next record? Here is the summary of file 9B9203T. A storage facility containing Zen's research was recovered from Radanovus. A few months ago, the research was broken into. The Arcane Council is investigating. New research from Zen? Shocked that wasn't more newsworthy.
Ah, I almost forgot about that incident. Happened when you were in Genthier, Commander. I don't imagine someone like Zen would be pleased with the Inquest misusing his research.
Probably not. Alright, let's see what else we got. Well, okay. Summarize the next file, please. Of course, accessing file 9B6002G, file 9B670, file 9B6, file 9. I'm sorry, I am not able to read this file. What's happening?
Encrypted. We'll have to go deeper. Commander, the honors?
Hack the Port Authority record terminal. You have been locked out of the system. How would you like to proceed? Why aren't we moving? Uh-oh. It's not good. Alright, let's try this again. Yellow, blue, yellow, red. Yellow, blue, yellow, red. Blue, blue, red, blue. Red, yellow, yellow, blue. Blue, red, blue, yellow. Alright, we got it. Now that we figured that out, let's pick up where we left off, starting with file 9B6702G. Here's the summary of file 9B6002G. The Inquest have been approved for departure. Vessels redacted. Destination redacted. Approver redacted. Lots of information was white, but it isn't for nothing.
Ah, here we go.
Looks like the destination was corrupted.
As was the authoriser's identity. Convenient. The evidence continues to stack. It's all coming together now, for better or worse.
Somebody high up in the council. Next file. Here is the summary of file 9B0517F. This is a work order for the Port Authority Operations Team to redirect rations from Dock 3, the Tyrian Alliance vessels, to Dock 7. You're not going to like this, Counselor.
I'm supposed to approve or deny all Alliance operations and not assume. Keep looking.
Alright, any files on who sent that order? Certainly, file 9B0517F is redirected to file 9B0516F. Allow me to summarize the file 9B0516F. Counselor Yak formally requested that rations be redirected from Tyrian Alliance vessels to the Inquest. And somehow it gets worse.
Of course. Why anyone ever supported Inquest being on the Arcane Council, I'll never understand.
So Yak is from the Inquest. Anything else? Here's a summary of file 9C0204L. High Counselor Flax has ordered an audit of all Port Authority terminal records. Special verification may be needed to access records during the audit. The High Counselor?
The High Counselor too? Flax, I thought we were above this now. Okay. If Flax is involved somehow, then things are likely more dire than I expected. Officially, I don't condone breaking into the Counselor's office. Unofficially, your options are limited.
The pirate's hard in this one.
We can take a portal downstairs. It'll get us close to the High Counselor's laboratory. We'll strategize from there.
Take the Azure Gate. So things are not looking good here at Radisson. It sounds like the Inquest may have quite a bit taken over Radisson.
His lab is just ahead, but this is as far as I can go. If I were to get caught, that'd be a whole other can of worms. This time of day, the old fart's probably in there with his personal crew. Security will be aggressive. Though they're certainly not letting you in like that. Far too tall. Huh. I'll put a glamour on you. Make you look like one of his crew. Let me know when you're ready, Commander.
Probably best if I stay behind too. One person is less conspicuous.
Talk to Ludo to obtain the glamour. Alright.
There. Be quick.
So what do we look like as a... okay. Okay, we probably shouldn't be wasting our...
Halt! Oh! You here for the crew change? Hurry up. The High Counselor isn't feeling patient today.
And you brought a pet? Flax is gonna hate that. But hey, it's their retirement ceremony.
Okay.
These numbers are substandard. I'm trying to fortify our data collection, not expose it to our competitors.
Yes, sir. We're trying. The waypoint frequencies have never been the most secure, and Cantha...
Cantha? Don't mention Cantha in here. I refuse to compare our legacy of excellence to their gimcrack infrastructure.
I need to get him out of that office.
Great a distraction. My ears, did Flax finally hire another lab tech? It's about time. How do you mean? We're spread so thin here, one of us is bound to make a catastrophic mistake from the pressure. Not me, of course. What a terrible commotion that would cause. Are you the new tech from Counselor Zudo's crew? I didn't think you were slated to start for another week. That's definitely me reporting for duty. Not the best timing, but okay. As soon as we're done with this cycle, I'll give you a tour. Might take a bit, so try not to bother anyone, especially Zeba. She's angling for a transfer and can't afford to be distracted. Who is Zeba? What is it? Can't you see I'm working with very delicate technology? Oh, she's a cute Azura. What kind of technology? The delicate kind. Now go away. I'm trying to focus plates. What happens if she stopped focusing so hard? All the alignments would enter a rapid desync if Flax would have both our heads out scram. Why? Alchemy. What did I just say? Stop distracting me. Okay, I guess I won't tell you which lab tech said your ears look funny.
No, I wasn't paying attention.
Why has the flux correlator halted data organization? Zeba, a word? So, what happened here?
I don't know. It was going fine until...
Everyone, stop what you're doing. We are going to stand here and watch her fix it.
Okay, where's her office? Or what's his office? No. Oh, come on. Where's the office? Nope, that goes out.
Intruder detected.
Quiet.
How's the cat doing? Not great. Come on. Oh, this may end badly. Poke around Flax's office.
Good to know Ludo isn't alone in all of this. I can't imagine all of Rada's
High Counselor, I demand any and all information on your audit of my database. Must I remind you that it is my jurisdiction. I does not follow protocol, which even you must obey. I am more than happy to direct my crew to assist the Arcane Council in whatever skylarking may pursue, but not blindly. I expect answers. I will take my distaste to the next public forum with the Council and City Directors.
Well, this confirms Flax's involvement. The High Counselor working with the Inquest behind closed doors.
When the rest of Tyria witnesses and respects Rada's sum as a monument of Tyrian brilliance, of Soren brilliance, you will know that we made the correct choice. I will inform the Inquest that they are free to depart. They will not be stopped. Your friend Counselor Yak.
Ludo's going to hate this.
And meeting minutes. Quorum has been reached, with 2 members of the Council absent. Counselor Ludo is in Lion's Arch on behalf of the Tyrian Alliance, and Counselor Canny is guiding an ecological research study in Cantha. Catering has been provided by Chief Proz. A petition was proposed to change the time of Arcane Council meetings to Canthan Standard Time so he does not have to disrupt his daily tea ceremony. The petition will be taken into consideration. Counselor Vark volunteered to read a letter from Counselor Ludo. She says that the Captain's Council will be hosting a summit between the nations of Cantha and Alona 2 weeks from today in Lion's Arch. Cantha will be demonstrating their new lay-infused stage filters, and Ludo has suggested that the Council send students from each of the colleges to watch. Yak dismissed the notion, expressing concern over wasted resources. Blunt seconded Yak's concerns. Councilor Zudo dissented, but was quickly dismissed by High Counselor Flax. Flax was pivoted to issue a formal complaint against the catering, noting that blueberry tarts are dry and unsatisfying. Counselor Blint and Yak agree. Yak notes the ooze custard hour was superb, given that the formal complaints against the blueberry tarts have been dismissed. Zudo once again brought up her petition to give the colleges additional access to funding following recent budget cuts. She claims that multiple research crews have expressed concern about funding and may need to halt progression. Flax asked to delay discussing the petition, citing a lack of preparedness, but suggests that each of these crews submit requests for funding so they can be assessed individually. This suggestion satisfied Zudo. Since Ludo is in Lion's Arch for another week at minimum, Counselor Yak volunteered to oversee the rations and supplies that are being prepared for the Tyrian Alliance. High Counselor Flax approved. That doesn't sound good. 2 counselors discussed a play date between their 2 progeny. Nothing came of it after both agreed that the children, and I think that's it. Anything else? Yes.
Castora. This must be where they're headed. I wonder what else Sin knew.
High Counselor, this is the passage I spoke of before.
Time to get out of here.
After pouring through Linton's journal, there are a handful of assumptions I can make about traveling to Castora. Based on various maps and documents, I believe I've identified the correct landmass. It is to the 4 southwest, further than most sailors have traveled. This aligns with various statements found throughout Source. It would be a deeply complex journey. Well, I suspect it is about equal distance traveled from Tyrian mainland to the Canthan continent. That stretch of ocean is highly treacherous. Most sailors I consulted with have urged me to proceed with immense caution, if not drop the aspiration entirely. Not only did many refute the existence of such a place, but the general consensus is that modern vessels may not be enough to make it there intact. Based on some of Lenuso's accounts, I am not entirely sure what to expect in terms of danger. There are hundreds of sketches of creatures I've never seen, references to incomprehensible magic, a dream to any researcher, explorer, innovator, but perhaps more than I can conquer when the rest of the continent is focused on the rise of the White Mantle. But I cannot ignore the possibility of what I may find on the island. Well, I can only guess based on the desperate musings of a now-deceased lab specimen. The picture that has been painted for me is one of intrigue and existential revelation. Imagine Rada Novus, which is already a spectacle of innovation but better, no restriction, limitless power.
I'm so sorry. Oh, God, let me try again.
I have all day.
Well, that all sounded very interesting and kind of ominous, especially the part about certain Yak overseeing the catering. And that doesn't sound good.
Flax is in on the whole thing. coordinated with Inquest leadership to raid Zin's storage facility for data. They're headed to an island called Castora, searching for something, but they were smart enough not to write it down. Damn it!
Castora, huh? I've heard the name. A seafarer's fable. It's an island to the far southwest. A couple weeks' journey, at minimum. Not approachable, best I know. I haven't heard of anyone going and leaving. But that explains why they needed ships. Too far for airship capability, and I didn't think it was even possible by sea. That's a very dangerous stretch of ocean. But such a journey could put my name next to Margaret's. I could surpass her glory, even. I can try to get you there, Commander, if we think it's a good idea. If the Inquest think they can reach the island, I bet we can too.
Calm, Captain. I'll confirm with the Alliance for the sake of protocol, but as a counselor of Radasum, I'll encourage it. As for the Arcane Council...
I do not envy your status, Ludo.
Neither do I.
Alright, so...
I'm going to touch base with my sister next. She's been overseeing some changes to the Dynamics curriculum. Hard to book. But if Flax and Yak are moving in shadow, I need to make sure the rest of the Arcane Council is ready to take action.
I wonder how many other members of the council are in the Inquest pocket.
Castora is the sort of place that you hear stories about, but question its existence. This is a once-in-a-lifetime voyage. It's appeared on our maps under a few names, and you can see it if you stray far enough from the route to Cantha. I'm sure people have tried to land, but since we never heard those stories, they likely never made it back. But it's a strange choice for the Inquest. We don't know what's there, though perhaps they do now.
Alright, I think we are done here. So we'll go ahead and leave the instance. That is quite the mystery we start off with. And some intrigue. The Inquest infiltrating Radasum, them taking a bunch of ships out to a mysterious island, a very dangerous journey. And it sounds like one that we are going to have to take as well. But of course, we will pick up next time. Until then, bye for now.